United to very few opportunities, and then the other way, really pleased in the first context of how many chances we created, but unfortunately disappointed we didn't convert more of them, because we would have actually won this game. The on chances creating and how good the chances were, we had the better opportunity than Man United to win this match. But obviously I have to settle for a point, and I'm really pleased with the overall performance. And actually to say that I'm slightly disappointed in the result is a big thing to say when your team's struggling against a team who's top of the league like Man United. But that's how I feel. I feel a little disappointed we didn't win it today.
It's been a couple of weeks since I spoke to you after a game, Sam, but at the time you were playing twice a week and you were struggling for that time on the training pitch. By the time the next match comes around, you'll have had 2 full weeks with the players, with the new signings. Is that going to be enough time, do you think, to integrate them and get them playing exactly how you want?
It's going to help. Hopefully, the players have applied themselves today by the basis of how we've trained and what we've said we need to try and do, and they seem to have carried that out to the best of their ability today. I can't knock any players' application and effort and what they've done and how well they've done and how well they've applied themselves throughout the entire game today. I've talked about sloppy goals for a long time. It was an unbelievable goal that they scored. So I can't criticise my team too much for that, because of Fernandez's finish. And like I said, we didn't let that get us down, because that came or could have come at the wrong time for us just before half time. That was their only shot on target in the first half. So then we came out the second half and had to wait patiently to try and get back in the game. But once we'd frustrated Man United, they threw more and more players forward. It was then we started creating these really clear-cut chances that sadly we didn't finish one off and give us the opportunity to beat Man United.
And just finally, based on what you've seen today, do you see a team, a group of players that can stay up?
I see a squad of players that are getting better. A squad of players, if they apply themselves at that level and better on every single game between now and the end of the season, they'll give themselves a chance. And we have to be very satisfied that we're playing a team that I think haven't lost away from home in 18, 17 matches. And we had an opportunity to beat them today, a big opportunity to beat them, to stop that run. But, to say that you've got a point off Manchester United when they're playing away from home in their form is another big point. We'd have all liked more, obviously. But we take the game on its context today, and it's well-deserved. It's great, a great performance from the players, and something they have to aspire to every single game they play now.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll move on to the writtens now. Joe Massey, hands raised to follow up, please.
Hi, Sam.
Joe.
A first start for OK Yokozuna today. Can I just get your thoughts on his full debut?
Yeah, very good. I think that people saw the fact that he likes that position. I think that he produced a little bit of quality passing here and there, and obviously did a lot of good work out of possession in protecting the back four or intercepting. So I think with Connor and Ainsley alongside him, looks like a good combination. Looks like it'll work well. So I thought those three worked extremely well together. And of course, tired towards the end is why we brought him off, because had we kept him on, he might have ended up with an injury, with fatigue, not playing at a level as quick as this. So yes, very pleased. In fact, pleased with everybody, not just the new players, but everybody concerned today did a fantastic job.
Obviously, the next 4 games are massive. How big a boost is getting a result today?
Massive boost, particularly after the disappointment of Fulham here and then Sheffield United after that. Not so much Tottenham, because I don't think we really deserved anything in that game, but certainly after the disappointment of Sheffield United and Fulham, to get a point against Man United, who are one of the boys at the top of the league fighting to win the Premier League, is something that nobody, I think, outside of our dressing room would have expected today. I think the odds on us getting a point would have been massive, and just goes to show in any game at any time, you can produce a shock. The sad thing was the shock wasn't to win; it was only a draw.
Thanks, Sam.
Joe Chapman.
Hiya, Sam. You touched on how the defence seems to have stepped up today. Is there anything else you've been working on, particularly in the week? I know you've had the impact of the new signings as well, but you look far more stable today as a collective.
I think that the players are experienced enough and just a bit more guidance about the fact that this is what we have to do. But it's really what the unit has to do. It's about the amount of spaces that the midfield stop Manchester United being able to exploit. Because if you let too many of those spaces get bigger, our back four would struggle to cope with Manchester United's front four. When you look at their front four and look at the quality of their front four, that needed to be protected, which was done by the midfield screen today, and allowed the defenders, when needed, to defend very, very well indeed. So, I was so disappointed it came in at 1-1 because that was the only shot on target Man United had in the first 45 minutes. So we knew they'd then push on, and they'd have to push on to try and win the game, and we would need to defend very well again, which we did. And then all of a sudden the chances came our way, at least three. One was just a misplaced pass by Ainsley. The other two I would have hoped that Big Mbai would have done better, but didn't. But very pleased with his goal.
I suppose just on Mbai, you've got to be in the position in the first place, haven't you? And the way he showed strength against both centre-backs in two different occasions for the goal and then the second half chance, that's got to bring, encouragement for the future.
Well, obviously the last cross from Darnell wasn't a half chance; it was a golden chance. That was an absolute, chance that we would have expected him. He would have expected in himself to have scored. So he is disappointed from that point of view. But I have to say, the quality of his goal, I thought it was. I thought the defender was favourite all day long, and then all of a sudden, Bosch is in there, diving header, and we're 1-0 up. That really lifted us today, and came at the right time for us.
Okay, Steve, last one.
Hi, Sam. You've said yourself that you've tried various systems and methods since you've been at the club. Are you hoping that after today you've kind of stuck up on one that you can stick with, given how big these next 4 games are?
Absolutely, we've got to give it a run out after that performance. There's no, apart from I think an injury to Lee at right back there. We've got Darnell that came on and did very, very well anyway, so we can cover that position. But I don't think there's any other problems injury-wise. So, every manager wishes he could pick the same team every week because their performances warrant that. Let's hope we can be picking the same team on a regular basis from here on in.
How is Lee? Have you got an early prognosis on
Twisted ankle, so we don't know how bad that will be for a couple of days. And like I said, we've covered with Darnell, so he's got a twisted ankle.
Thank you.
Cheers, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, Sam.